Georgia has a new law to protect domestic violence victims, but some say it doesn't go far enough. A Channel 2 investigation found people in Georgia who have a temporary protective order against them can still keep their weapons. And new at 5, Channel 2's Craig Lucy started looking into this after one very high-profile case.
The story of Donna Christopher gave many chills. She had a temporary protective order but was still murdered. We talked to victims, advocates, and lawmakers who say TPOs do serve a purpose, but with the law the way it is right now, they also leave some victims in more danger.
And I noticed that the light's off.
In October 2009, Kimberly Brusk feared her husband was hiding inside her home, violating the temporary protective order a judge signed after seeing these bruises.
And I opened the door and turned the lights on, and he's standing there with a shotgun in his hands. The gun went off as I was turning around to run.
Brusk wasn't hit and crawled to a neighbor's to call 911. Police arrested her husband 3 hours later. She escaped with her life. Donna Christopher did not. Christopher chillingly told a Cobb County judge in October that a temporary protective order would not keep her estranged husband, John, away. From the court transcript, she said, "May I ask, Your Honor, that it be on the record that I fear for my life." 2 months later, police say John stabbed Donna to death.
Protective orders are not going to make you safe.
Meg Rogers is the executive director of the Cherokee Family Violence Shelter. Her advice to women after requesting a TPO, a temporary protective order, is to go into hiding.
If they're letting these guys bond out of jail, if they're not arresting them when he violates protective orders, that is not safe.
Part of the reason is Georgia law. Once a TPO is signed, there's no mandate the offender turn over all his or her weapons.
It is so dangerous for victims of domestic violence.
Cherokee County is going a step further than most counties, but it's not foolproof. Deputies are sent out to collect weapons after TPOs are issued.
We asked them, do you have any guns, do you have any ammunition? And we have to go by their word.
I think that the person who violates a court order is a very dangerous person.
State Representative Mary Margaret Oliver heard domestic violence cases as a magistrate court judge. She just helped pass Senate Bill 86.
We passed legislation this year that will allow the more immediate arrest of a violator of a criminal domestic violence order without going to the judge. That's eliminating a step.
But when it comes to the mandatory surrender of weapons by a TPO violator, she told us it's worth researching. Kimberly Brusk agrees.
This isn't an anger management problem. This isn't somebody who loses their temper.
She's now an advocate to help other women survive domestic violence and to make domestic violence sentences stronger.
If you had done this to a stranger, you'd be looking at a year. But because he beat up his wife, he only got 3 months, and that's the maximum.
Even though Representative Oliver told us it's impossible for victims to have 24-hour police protection, TPOs are effective as long as victims and law enforcement stay firm on them. Still, every woman we talked to, including Brusk, told us the best plan of action is to move away from your abuser. In Brusk's case, she's 800 miles from her ex-husband.